The SEC has given Ripple permission to reply to their latest attack. The SEC has been increasing the amount of legal action against Ripple by requesting financial information that the firm argues is superfluous. Following a string of partial victories in 2023, the company is preparing for yet another trial, this one scheduled for April 23rd, 2020, for yet another confrontation this month. A new level of intensity was reached in the legal dispute between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. All sides had been actively involved after a long period of inactivity. An order was sought by the regulatory body to have the company turn over its post-complaint XRP sales contracts and financial statements for 2022 and 2023. The deadline for compliance was January 17th, but the company asked to have it extended to January 19th instead. Subsequently, it fought the SEC's request, claiming the requested records were neither relevant nor timely with respect to the investigation. This led the watchdog to decide to resubmit the request, citing the records as evidence that Ripple may have violated important securities regulations and providing vital information about the company's financial health throughout the years. As a result, the company's attorneys moved to file a service claiming they wanted to correct the SEC's substantial factual misrepresentation. Another member of Ripple's defense team said that the sure reply letter will help the court since it will clarify the issues at hand and give the court an accurate record to rule on. U.S. magistrates have given the green light for the business to move forward with its operations as the dates are rapidly approaching, according to former federal prosecutor and current U.S. Attorney James Flynn. Their trial is scheduled for April 23, 2024, and the most recent dispute between them happened in 2023. Less than 3 months have passed since then. Ripple appears to be in control after achieving 3 partial court victories. In July, Judge Alyssa Torres made the first such ruling that the company's automation of sales to secondary trading platforms did not amount to investment contract proposals. Further details are provided in the video that follows. CEO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chairman Chris Larson were cleared of all charges leveled by the watchdog shortly afterward when the magistrates denied the SEC's request to appeal the decision. Each side must complete the necessary steps before the two sides can meet in court. In 2024, the deadline for the ESCC's brief on remedies is March 13th, and the deadline for Ripple's opposition is April 12th. Concurrent with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's demise and Ripple's efforts to settle their disagreement over the damages the blockchain company must pay for institutional sales of XRP, another bone of contention has emerged in the same year, which were ruled by Judge Alyssa Torres to be transactions of securities. On January 11th, the securities regulator moved to force Ripple to furnish financial statements for 2022 and 23 and post-complaint institutional sales contracts. Following the SEC's answer to Ripple, the cryptocurrency startup sent a reply and a request for a server reply. The latest development is that Judge Sarah Byrne has approved Ripple's additional petition. Former federal prosecutor and current defense attorney, Tastefile commentator James K. Fillon provided this information in a January 26th post that reported the unexpected request. Subject matter or content in dispute. Now that the blockchain startup's XRP sales to institutions have begun, Ripple and the SEC commissions are at odds over the discovery process, which will decide how much remedy the company must pay. Importantly, the regulator disagrees with Ripple's assessment that the SEC's move to compel was presented too late and doesn't matter. The Ripple scenario is relevant here. The SEC is being accused of deceiving the court by a Bitcoin legal expert. This is the level that XRP may achieve if it were to capture one of the total cryptocurrency market cap. Keep up with the latest news on the cryptocurrency. A cryptocurrency specialist who also went by the name Centralized Garbage predicted that XRP will fall below $0.1 on January 24, 20. In 2024, the value of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which are now worth pennies, is projected to reach $1. Bill Morgan, a lawyer and specialist on the motion, said that the SEC was misleading the court, an occurrence that occurs all too frequently. This becomes even more evident when taking into account the fact that, as Finn Bold pointed out, the SEC's reply contained a substantial factual misrepresentation, and Ripple's granted reply letter sought to rectify this. In addition, Ripple highlighted in its quick response that its legal staff had previously contended that disclosing contracts entered into after a complaint was unnecessary. Considering Ripple had never made them before, this was particularly true. In the Zach Nave class action lawsuit, the SEC argued that Binance should be held liable due to Ripple, Meanwhile, XRP's price was 514 cents when this was published, reflecting a 0.42% increase for the day. Reason being, the digital asset is making a move to offset a loss of 5.86% from last week and a loss of 17.17 million% on the monthly chart, according to the latest current statistics. A court battle has broken out between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, as announced on January 26th. In this ongoing dispute, a legal expert has charged that the SEC misled the court. The Securities and Exchange Commission has demanded Ripple's sales contracts and financial rights. Nevertheless, Ripple's legal team is vigorously contesting what they perceive as a factual error committed by the SEC, casting doubt on the reliability and openness of the regulator's given materials. An attorney named Bill Morgan, who is keeping a close eye on the Ripple issue, has expressed concern about the actions done by the SEC and accused the regulator of providing misleading material to the court. Many are skeptical of Ripple's claims in response to the sector's request for financial documents from the Securities and Exchange Commission. Some have said that the United States of America, South Carolina, has a pattern of reporting that distorts the truth. In reaction to the allegations and what they perceive as a factual mistake on the part of the SEC, Ripple's legal team has submitted a letter. This legal move is an attempt to get the attention of the U.S. court on the supposed mistake and to make sure the facts are presented fairly and accurately. The defense argues that the SEC demanded presence issues in post-complaint contracts, and they bolster their case by referencing previous cases like Zinoviev Ripple Labs, which is helping them maintain their position in the current court battle. The Ripple network's native coin, XRP, has surpassed the $0.5 mark in price. Despite XRP's small daily losses, the cryptocurrency has had a rough week and month overall. The state of the Ripple market and the decisions made by the SEC could impact the sentiment of the XRP market. In the Ripple case, Optimus is charged of deceiving the court for having published the item first from the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. 2 transactions involving over 120 million XRP and one involving around 200 million were among 6 that were detected by the aforementioned on-chain data source. Wallets marked as unknown new ones by Whale Alert got the bulk of these transactions. Withdrawals from the Dutch-based Bitvavo, a prominent European cryptocurrency exchange, accounted for 3 of the 6 transactions. Weirdly, all 3 of these transactions ended up in different wallet addresses. This could mean that 3 new cryptocurrency whales have surfaced, buying up hundreds of millions of XRP each. The Bitvavo exchange was unrelated to 2 of the 6 transfers listed above. Bitstamp and Bitso, 2 prominent cryptocurrency exchanges, received these XRP chunks instead of those withdrawals. Both transactions were executed from the same wallet address linked to the Ripple Labs blockchain decacorn, according to the data supplied by the XRP-focused explorer Bitham. Notably, Bitstamp and Bitso work together with this financial behemoth to provide Ripple's international payment service, which uses Ripple and XRP to facilitate cheap and rapid transfers to any part of the globe. That's all for now.